What's going on, fishy friends? We are back. It is the Lucky and Blessed Autism Awareness Invasives Tournament update, and we've got a fantastic show for you guys tonight. One of my old friends, Sam Tudor, is going to be joining us. We have some special surprise guest. Always the Lucky and Blessed crew, which right now is me and the president of the organization, Scott Steers, and we thought the folks with Park Hardware were fantastic, Tracy and Diane, last week. So they're going to join us again because they were so gracious last week, and we had a really good time with them. But first, let's go ahead and bring in the man of the hour himself. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Hey, I'm lucky and blessed.
As always. We've got a lot going on at Lucky and Blessed, as always, but
Wow.
I'm on that group text because I'm on the board proudly, and I'm honored to be so. But a lot of great news coming in through the group text today. So before we sort of get into what Lucky and Blessed is all about, you want to fill us in on some of the updates?
Yeah, man, and really what it comes down to, Grant, it's all about building long-term relationships, right? Just like with us, like it was 4 years ago when I'm like, man, I got this idea, and you're like, man, that's cool. Let's make it a non-profit. I'm like, yeah, no, let's not. And we did, and here we are. But it's been
Terrible
again,
idea. What was I
horrible
thinking?
idea. It's like it's to have late at night just thinking how awesome it is, really. But no, but I mean, just it's about building relationships because what happened today was really just it was the product of that. I mean, I've been building relationships with folks that one is one of our good friends, Chuck Cook. He came out to our bash last year and didn't even know who the guy was. He just shows up, and come to find out, he has a son with severe autism. And so obviously he's got a heart for our mission. He's got a heart for what we do. And so he's just been connecting, and we're actually going to have lunch later this week. But he's committed to sponsor our upcoming event. Another amazing partner who basically gave us our first big check. If you go to our website and go to our sponsor page, you'll see me and Mike holding our first big check, those big, huge cardboard checks. And they actually committed to make a donation of $500 for our event coming up as well. This is all today, like big day, right? And she has a son who also has autism, pretty severe, and I believe is nonverbal. So one day I was talking to them like, yeah, you're going to find your people. It's probably going to be like businesses that have kids that have that are your community, right? Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what's happening. So it's really, again, it's something I learned early on is fundraising is not transactional, it's relational, and it's about building these relationships and
100%.
Long term. Just like Exelon came out last year, and we really expected, like, wow, Exelon, like we're never going to have to do anything ever again because we got Exelon. It was like, wah, 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 wah. I mean, they're coming out in July. We're still partners, and my advisors say, hey, once you get them, you got them. We're still in their app, so they're matched any donations, all that good stuff. But it's building those relationships and catering those relationships ongoing. So, man, we're just that is really, we're so excited about that. We got another community partner that joined us just today, which is going to be an ongoing. It's a $500 a month subscription to our adult program. I just, amazing things happening here. And just, so Grant wanted me to share that because it's exciting, especially when we've been banging at this thing, hoping to get to this point.
Hard work paying off. That's right.
I'll tell you what, and then you get to that point, and it's also a testament to all of our team and our volunteers, that go out there every day. Today I had two guys out with me, Daniel, 16, ADHD, autism, basically adopted, and then Brendan, 23, ADHD, autism. This was my crew today out fishing, man. I tell you what, it's a pretty amazing what's taking place here. And then, of course, Michael, I have to share about Michael Hoffman, our very first staff angler who moved into his apartment yesterday. I just talked to him today because he took 2 days off from work. He's been with us for almost a year, didn't take one day off. He took the last 2 days off. and I graciously gave it to him because he was moving into his own damn apartment. Like, here's a guy who came to us, Grant, with his head down and didn't even have enough confidence to look up and have a conversation. And now you can't shut the guy up. He's become like me. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, you don't talk a lot, Scott. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. But we're just super
quiet
excited.
As a mouse.
We're gonna move around. We got some amazing guests here, so I don't want to spend too much time. But I really just want to reach out to our sponsors and our volunteers and our staff, our team, our board. Man, I tell you, there's so many people that's behind this thing that we really don't give enough credit to. Just because a lot of them are behind the scenes, and so this is just a lucky and blessed moment for us today, and we're just excited to be able to share this in this podcast and have some friends again that have come to us that we've had relationships with, just so we can get together tonight and talk a little bit about this tournament.
Yeah, it's something you and I have talked about a lot over the years, which is the mission of the organization, and when it comes to bringing people on board and building those relationships, which turns into funding that helps the organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy ask. You're talking about getting people that may not have the opportunities to get on the water of all abilities and, the opportunity to share this resource that we all love. There's no political angle. There's something that we can all agree on, that this is a good cause. And I think there's a really beautiful thing to that.
Well, the other part of it too is that all the work that we've done, it's very easy to look back and look at all the lives that we've been able to touch. That's the story, whether it be through, Michael Hoffman and the workforce stuff that we're doing through his employment, which is coming up with these other two guys I mentioned. I'm doing all I can. In fact, anybody out there that knows anything about funding for nonprofits that want to hire folks with disabilities, I know there's got to be a program out there, because we're paying them now, and we want to hire more people, more of our mentees that we're mentoring now. But we don't have the money to pay them. But there's got to be a program. There's got to be a grant, a foundation, a something that says, this is freaking awesome work. You need to not pay for that. We'll give you the money for that, right?
Right.
So we're getting there. I know we're going to find it. I'm like a freaking pit bulldog, man. You know that, Grant. Until I get it, man. I'm just going to hold on to my teeth until I make it work, until we work it out. And again, it's also the networking piece, right? Everybody that I talk to can lead me to somebody else, and they do. They're like, oh my gosh, you need to talk to this person. Wow, you need to talk to that person. And that could person could become a funder, a partner, a sponsor, you never know how they're going to potentially be involved in this organization and the work that we do. And again, you're right. It's super easy to share. Like, hey, you guys want to come along with us,
right, with
this work that we're doing? Because that's what we're letting you do. We're letting you come along with us, and that, you're right, super easy pitch.
Right. Well, we got as you said, we got a boatload of people backstage. I'm going to bring the sponsors in first. I think that's a good call. Austin and Sam, I know you're back there. We will incorporate you into this as soon as we can. But let's bring in Diane. I think I can unmute you. You might have to unmute yourself on your end. There we go. How are you, Diane?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Doing well. Did Tracy abandon you?
Yeah, he's just stuck on the phone for a minute, so he'll be here in a second.
I thought he was pouring the glasses of wine for you guys over there.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I usually like to have a drink, but I will have a stitch of alcohol in my house right now. It's crazy.
Oh no!
I think I drank it all.
Oh, there you go. Well, now you got to get more.
Well, welcome back, Diane.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for making time for us again.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So,
guys, for those watching, Diane and her husband, Tracy, own Park Hardware in Severna Park. And they are they our newest sponsor, Scott?
Well, I wouldn't say newest because we got two new sponsors today.
Nice.
They're one of our 3 newest sponsors. Yeah, 2 new sponsors today.
We talked about it last week. But for a hardware store, this place has an amazing fishing section. Mm-hmm. So
Yep, we're just continuing to try to grow it little by little. We got a bunch of stuff in this week that we're starting to get out, so very excited about that.
Well, give us the details. What are some of the new things that came in for?
He's the fishing one there. I know he's got some Strike King things coming in, and Trace, I need you to come over here.
Priorities. Come on.
A lot of new. No live bait needed has come in. We've got a bunch of reels and rods that we're getting out, things along those lines. So
listen,
just all of the fun stuff that everybody likes.
This weekend, okay?
You know, I'm more of the plant person.
Cool.
He's the fishing guy. So
right on.
Here he is.
Well, I would imagine the
how's everybody doing?
Hey, good. How are you, Tracy?
Good. Sorry about that.
I would imagine the plant part, Diane, is probably pretty busy right now.
It's picking up. Yep, for sure.
Honestly, offline, the three of us would have a lot to talk about because I'm obviously an angler, but my job, I'm a landscape contractor. So,
oh, nice. Well, there you go. We need to hook up in other ways too. Then
we shall.
I see some collaboration here.
That's right.
Exactly. Guys, we talked about it a little bit last week, but for people that are that didn't watch last week, tell us a little bit about Park Hardware and maybe what sets you guys apart and what people should expect when they come into your establishment.
Well, we're just that hometown hardware store that we really try to give. Everyone's going to talk about their service, but I think we differentiate ourselves because we're all pretty good at a lot of different things. I was in landscaping for a long time and I sold that. I did it. I ran garden centers for a long time. So certainly, and I've been in retail for 36 years. So this is sort of a culmination. The opportunity to buy the store was a pretty, dropped in our lap pretty quickly this year. So we jumped on it. But, what they're going to get is, for one, we've added an entire fishing section that started out as just 4 feet. And now we've added square footage. We've added many, a couple thousand SKUs. And then last week we talked about, we're not anglers, but we're that good intermediate where somebody needs a lure, somebody needs worms, our frozen bait comes in Friday. So we've got a frozen bait freezer.
Nice.
That
is not your average hardware store stuff.
No, I like to think we're not. I would never talk badly about another store, but we're up the street. We've got a competitor, and they don't sell any of the fishing stuff. So we're hoping that that's our niche. We've added bags of ice. So certainly we hope to be their one-stop shop when they start traveling down Route 2 to go to the beach this year. So,
well, you guys said you're not anglers, and I want to clear something up because you're not anglers. The store.
Right.
You guys are very much anglers.
They are anglers.
You guys are very much anglers, and from what I remember from last week, you guys get out probably 3 to 4 times as much as I do. So.
Oh yeah, that's who he was actually on the phone with, was the captain of the boat that we're going out with this weekend.
Yeah,
so.
very nice. Very nice.
They moved. I guess the government didn't okay sea bass starting early, so we're just. He called and see if we want to go stay a little closer in. Weather's going to be rough, and just do some bluefish and some flounder, and then we'll head back out that mid-May. And hopefully obviously sea bass will open up then. And much to Diane's chagrin, is tile fish opens up the same time as sea bass. So we'll head out for then too. So
well, we're going to talk.
Why is that to Diane's chagrin?
I don't like fishing for the tile fish because they're so deep that when you pull them up, they all expand.
Yes.
And then it just can't be like, me being also in the veterinary industry, it's just a little disconcerting. So I don't like it. Their little eyeballs are bulging out and things like that. I'm just like,
oh man.
And then if they're too small, you've got to weight them, you know,
Yeah.
you've got to use a special contraption to push them all the way back down because they can't get down by themselves.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds
they
like a
eat
lot. Yeah.
But they're really, really, really tasty with the
They're
butter and
tasty,
garlic.
yeah.
And, you know, just shallow pan
trade-off,
them
you
and
know?
you're ready to go. Yes.
It's like, you know, high heels and beauty like that. You know, they have to be completely uncomfortable. I can't imagine how women can wear them, but it's the cost of beauty, right?
Yes.
You know, this tile fish, this is the cost of eating good fish. You have to go through all
Yes.
that crap.
Yes.
It's better to look good than to feel good.
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you go.
It is extraordinary eating though. But we did just get in a huge stockpile of Strike King. And I think if we're doing the giveaway, I wasn't sure if Scott responded. You want us to, are we doing you guys doing a giveaway tonight?
We are.
We do have a slot open if you'd like to be so
Okay.
generous and give away. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got just got a huge stockpile of Strike King and all new Lose rods. We've got that new Lose. I talked about it last week, the one that you can't backlash.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I can't wait to try that one out. So yeah, we no live bait needed is all set. So we're ready to go. But I think we'll just do a huge grab bag of goodies. Maybe I'll
Okay.
throw a reel in there. Maybe I won't. But we just got in all of our spin reels. So yeah, we've got some things to choose from. I think we'll do,
Okay.
like I said, we'll do a grab bag for you guys, the winner, and probably call it a $150 value. How's
Nice.
that?
So,
Yeah, beautiful.
Scott, is this for question of the night that we're doing? Or is this for another prize?
No, I would say we save that for the people in the tournament.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
tournament.
because now we have I think we had something else for the question of the night too. Anybody have the flyer handy?
Oh, I can pull that up.
Trying to find the flyer here.
Well, let me
we'll
you
figure it out.
find the flyer.
I'll
I'm
find the
going to
flyer.
bring in our other bevy of folks. We got
Yes.
Sam
And
Tudor,
thank
who I already announced,
Diane and
and our-
Tracy for coming
our
on with us.
our secret guest is, drum roll, Mr. Austin Lewis of Bay Life Brokerage. How are you, sir?
How's it going, brother? Good.
Doing well.
How is
Man, this is
everyone?
a lot more guests than I'm used to. So for question of the night, once again, it's going to be decided on by, I don't know, how do you want to do this, Scott? We've got Sam and Austin. We're going to have Sam choose it.
Well, Sam. Why don't we have Sam choose it?
We're going to have Sam choose it. We have Austin Lewis, a big-time angler and environmentalist, and we're going to get into this in just a second. Sam Tudor, who's still learning how to fish. One day he'll be the kind of angler that I am. No, Sam
tell their
runs
old friends.
He runs a fantastic YouTube channel, Outdoors in Maryland. He really covers the gamut of the things that you can do in our amazing outdoors in our state.
Absolutely.
And then Diane and Tracy, who are more of like the saltwater anglers and retail fishing supply stores. So we've got a huge span of things to ask questions about. And Sam is going to be the person choosing the question of the night. And Sam, I think it's safe to say you're primarily a largemouth bass fisherman with like snakehead stuff added onto that.
Yeah, if you're basically anywhere around here, if you're fishing for bass, most likely you're going to catch a snakehead sooner or later. Quite the same, but that's what I usually brought up on was just bass fishing. That was my lane. Didn't realize there was any other fish in the bay. I just basically fish for bass. Come to learn a little bit later on, meeting a good friend of mine, that there's actually more fish out there to catch.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
What friend of yours is this?
He's another bread guy. I'm a bread man, almost 30 years. And we were always off on Wednesday. Everybody else was working. So I always work every Saturday. So we were always off on Wednesday. So that's all we did. We got together almost every Wednesday. If we weren't fishing, he got me into hunting. I never hunted before. I lived in Dundalk. So, You know, we don't go in dark alleys. So
Unless you got a gun. Yeah.
unless you're going in, going in the dark woods now still kind of creeps this whole guy out.
Plenty of rats to shoot. You know, you could have been a rat hunter.
There is plenty
Oh,
of
rat
rats.
hunter.
Well, I just want you to know you got to get really a hold of Austin. I know me and him teamed up, but he only has probably 10 minutes and he's got to roll out at 8:00.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yes.
Austin, we were talking a lot about Bay Life Brokerage when we were waiting to go live tonight. Sounds like a fantastic organization. I've been a little bit out of the loop, so I think I'm late to the party and learning about it. But please tell us about it and some of the, how it got started and some of the amazing things you guys are doing.
And I'm an avid follower, and I was floored to see him in this meeting when I came. And I'm like, what? I kind of fanboyed a little bit. I'm not
Well,
gonna
I'm
lie.
already a big fan just hearing him talk about it.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for watching, Scott. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, two very unrelated on the surface things. I'm a insurance advisor by trade, but I started a insurance brokerage that essentially focuses on cleaning and restoring the Chesapeake Bay to the best of my ability, which is not huge right now, but as the company grows, so is the purpose to grow the mission. So mainly I'm focusing on like things that I can impact right now with my hands, which is mostly cleaning trash. We're in Baltimore City. Well, I'm just outside the city line. I'm in Essex, but we're close enough, and there's enough people around here where there is no shortage of trash. And so every day I go out in the morning and I get dirty and pick as much as I can up. And then after that, I might come across, and I always do come across some interesting animals or plants. As we know, the bay is just filled with all kinds of amazing creatures. Every day I'm finding a new plant or a new animal. And so I try to talk about just the beauty of the bay as much as I can on my social media channels and highlight just the things that we might be taking for granted, and try to work on people's, I guess, compassion, if you will, for what they're doing when they don't dispose of their trash properly.
Well, I'm that guy that when I'm walking through the parking lot at the grocery store and I see a piece of trash on the ground, I'll stop and pick it up. And I don't ask for thanks, right? But just the other day, somebody was like, "Thanks for doing that."
Yeah.
You don't ever see that anymore. And I do the same thing when I'm out in my boat. If I see trash floating in the water, I'm hitting a U-turn and I'm getting that trash out of there.
Yeah,
And this isn't a moment to like say, "Look at me, I'm fantastic." This is more of like, the what do you call that? Is it the butterfly effect? Like there's a ripple effect, right?
Right.
If people see Austin out there doing that kind of thing, 90% of the people aren't even, they're going to be like, "Oh, look at that guy just picking up trash," right?
You got it. He actually just did a contest. Tell him about that. Tell him about the kid that won.
Yeah. So one way to, because a lot of people can't, I do this every morning, but I can only do this because I own my own business. So I'm able to schedule my time out, right? I don't have to clock into an office and all that. So a lot of people ask how they can help, and I tell them, they're like, "Well, I can't do that," right? And I do this with the charity in the region, and we do a lot of really cool volunteer cleanups on the weekends. We'll hit up a beach or a roadway. But I wanted to do something that was literally going to pay people to go out and clean. That's kind of in the end, I guess, of my vision for where I can take this mission. I'd like to be able to literally, pay people to be able to go out and do some of this work. And so I can only do it if I have enough money, but we're still in business, and we're being supported more and more by the community. So we do have more and more money. And this year I wanted to put on a contest where I had people go out, effectively they could do whatever area they wanted, as long as it was a natural resource. And of course, being around here in Maryland, most of it is near the water, or it's on its way to the water anyways. So just a trash picking contest. They go out, they pick as much trash as they can in a certain area, and then they make a film about it. So they film it, and that was by design, so that you got more people on the internet picking up trash and putting it on the internet. I'm hoping more people, like you were talking about the butterfly effect, see that And then I was like, okay, look at all these people doing all this. Maybe I shouldn't, toss that cigarette out my window. So
Oh my God, it drives me
that's,
crazy.
yeah, that's my goal, I guess. I don't know if it's working, but yeah. So we took the top 3 I chose. It was really hard to choose, but I really had I had a hard bent towards getting kids involved. And so, because I really just love the idea of getting a kid at an early age to not only, take appreciation for it and be able to go out and do that work, but then to see that it can be directly beneficial. Like he can actually get.
Oh
Somebody
man,
called,
he was like,
somebody called him. Somebody just
oh, is that what happened?
and it
That happened to us last week. That's why we got on a laptop today.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I love to hear. Oh, wait, okay.
No.
I love to hear about that. I mean, it's super inspiring.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
also something that it does. It also it keeps them connected to. I think he's probably coming back in. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No worries.
But Austin, what I was saying is just kind of to bump on what you were saying, because I want you to continue that. But it also keeps them connected, or it makes them more connected to the outdoors. But I think it keeps them more connected to the outdoors. It gives them more of a responsibility of it, more of ownership, where, I don't think even for me 5 years ago, before I started Lucky and Blessed Fishing, I just went to work and went and coached my kids in sports and went and went meetings and ran my business. And I didn't even see the water around.
Right. Yeah.
Now I can't not see the water. Now I drive by a puddle this big and I think there's a snake head in it.
Right. Yeah,
There probably is.
Yeah, and I was the same way, man. I was young and throwing beer cans out the windows and cigarettes and
Austin,
of,
hang on, not to interrupt you, but you're talking to, I'm going to guess everyone else on this channel except for you is like 50 plus. And you're like, when I was young, like, bro.
Grant, speak for yourself. I'm 24. Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When I was young, it's like when my daughter's like, when I was a little kid, I'm like, girl, you're 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, younger, I guess I should say. But, so at the end of it all, we got to award some really 2 of them were children. One kid did it with his mother. That was awesome. They went out, they picked a bunch of 10 bags of trash. So I was able to get them the second place. And then the first place prize winner was a young man who did it on his own from the Eastern Shore. He did a 3-day trip excursion around, sounded like mainly around the Kent Island area, because that's one of his favorite places to go fishing. And he picked up over 30 bags of trash.
Oh, wow.
In 3 days. And so I was able to award him our top prize, which was
That's like hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, and he did it on his own, and he got $675 for it. So
nice.
He's going to be able to go out, and his mother told me he's going to use it for a kayak, which is awesome.
Oh, that's just like, dude.
Yeah,
and I can see him right now kayaking down and pulling trash out of the shore.
That's exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's gold. Don't you just want to throw a GoPro on this kid and just let him collect all that stuff?
Yeah,
I mean, that's awesome.
I mean, 30 bags of trash is ridiculous, but that's the way Blackwater was getting. Every time we get out there was called.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, our hearts totally aligned, and I definitely want to talk with you more, Austin. We have scheduled outings right now in the Patapsco area where we're taking out we have 50 kids coming from a camp that are kind of going to come and scour the park there. Last time we got about 300 pounds of trash out of there in about 2 hours. But we have a couple of those set up. We also have kayakers that go out, like I mentioned, and pull all the trash. Because I tell you what, I was just over there the other day, and if I wasn't fishing as much as I was, there's so much trash that you could just go and just continue just pull it out. But that's what we do. We actually have armies of kayakers that go out. We partner with these other organizations. We host the event. So we definitely should talk, because we do. Fishing is just one of the things.
That's awesome.
Well, Scott, just going to throw this out there, not to put you on the spot, but what about a hybrid tournament next time where you can catch fish and those count, or we figure out a system where trash could 5 pounds of trash equals
catch trash. Yeah.
equals 20 inches of fish, for example, right? So if the fishing just sucks, that day, go pick up trash, and you can still. I don't know. We'd have to work out the details.
Well,
on
I
it.
did. I did start this brand, which never kind of. It was probably more confusing. We just called it environmental stewardship, but it was hashtag smash the trash.
Yeah.
So if we could have a smash the trash tournament.
Yeah.
Austin, we realized that we had you for a limited amount of time, so if you need to drop off, we completely understand. But before you leave, please tell us how someone can get involved in Bay Life Brokerage, whether it's contact information or
Donation.
right.
So, a few ways. First and foremost, I'm trying to use the business as a vessel, if you will, to get this work done, because in my eyes, this is America, and the only thing that seems to talk here is cash. And so I don't see, nor do I necessarily think I want the government to become more empowered to fix. I kind of have mixed feelings about that. I'd really love it if citizens did it on their own without a higher authority needing to be implemented. And so, because this is a capitalist society, right? This is what we have, founded our economic system upon. I want to use capitalism then to be the arm with which we can change the world in the way we want it to be. That's my vision, and the way I can do that best is to actually help people with their insurance needs, right? That's how we kind of keep the lights on, and that's what allows me the time to go out there every morning for 4 or 5 hours. And then beyond that, if, of course, not everybody needs insurance, but life, disability insurance, these are things that most people need at some point in their life. But if they are at a point in their life where they don't, we also, this is a flag behind me of the charity we do this work with. This is a charity called Back River Restoration Committee. And so they own all the equipment and stuff that I get to go use to do all this work. And they are a charity, right? And so any way in which you would normally support a charity like y'all's charity, donations or just volunteer support, which volunteer support for us is a big ask, because you're talking about doing some dirty work, right? But there certainly have been people in the past who have taken that up and come out and shown up, and that's awesome.
What's the name of the org one more time?
It's called Back River Restoration Committee.
And is there a website or something for that?
Yeah, savebackriver.org. www.savebackriver.org.
So Back River Restoration Committee.
Yeah, exactly.
And one more time, what's the website?
www.savebackriver.org.
Savebackriver.org.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
All right. I put all that information, guys.
You guys, you
in
got to
the-
check.
in the
You got to
chat.
go check out his socials, man. I can't stop watching. I could sit there and just kind of scroll. But like, all right, I got to get back to work, But just
it.
great stuff. I mean, what blows me away is your knowledge of Maryland, your knowledge of history, your knowledge in general. You're one smart freaking dude, man.
No, man. That's
Why you think I
I'm
brought
not
him?
smart.
Why you think I
It's
brought him onto the
internet.
podcast?
No,
Yeah, well,
no.
there we go. I like to see that you're hanging out with smart people to make yourself look smarter there.
No.
That's it. He does all the reading. I let him do all the hard work.
Guys, don't be so hard on him. Sam is the smartest guy from Dundalk
Hey,
ever.
Sam, I'm so
It's not
appreciative
saying
of
a lot,
you.
but
Appreciative of you, and thank you for bringing Austin. Austin, thank you so much for coming on with us tonight. What a
Thank
blessing
you
to
for
have
having
with us.
me. It's been awesome.
And I definitely want to connect with you too some more.
Yes,
sure.
yes, sir. Absolutely. I
awesome.
appreciate you.
Thanks so much, Austin.
See you, pal.
You're an
Thank
inspiration
you,
for sure.
Diane.
Good luck.
Thank,
Good luck.
Thank you for the donation. I appreciate
Absolutely.
y'all supporting such a charity too. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you, dude.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, it's so we just did it's funny. So when we started, we used to see, that's kind of how our podcast has been going. I've been doing it for a while, as I was telling you earlier, and I just never had too much issues the last 4 times. So the first guy we had on, like I told you, we had Luke Jones on. His nose is crap, and all we did was talk Baltimore Orioles and Ravens. We talked that stuff, and we had a country singer on, and the last one we were just talking about. So he is right in Back River, and we were talking about how much money they've put into the poop plant there. If anybody knows where the big golden boobs are, everybody know where they are.
The big golden boobs.
Oops.
Yeah, the boobs.
I think
I grew up-
boobs. Are you saying BOTS or
Boobs.
BO? Oh, okay.
Boobs. And I grew up literally 5 minutes from there, and on a nice hot summer night, it smelled wonderful. Growing up down there, and there we were talking about how they put so much money into it, and he literally talked about the process of getting into it, but how they process it to make it clean, and all these pools, they're not working. So like 3 or 4 times this year already, they're already pretty much pushing raw sewage right in the back river. So we just had that whole discussion on there. So our podcast is going to be it's going to be about the Chesapeake Bay, but it's going to be about Maryland. And I brought him on because he's the smart guy, and I'm just an old goof. But I can talk a lot, but he's a smart guy, and we work off each other, which I think is really good.
So he's actually part of your thing now.
Podcast, yeah. So
I thought he was just a guest. Okay.
No, he's so it's not going to be on my main YouTube channel. It's going to be on the other channel. It's called Outdoors in Maryland's podcast, and we're only at about 25 subs because we just started it. And if anybody's in here wants to go, I thought I put the link to it to check it out.
What's the name of it? I'll put it in there.
Outdoors in Maryland podcast.
That's a separate channel.
Yeah, it's a separate channel. You'll see the little round, little orange. Little blue, the podcast. So we just started up because we wanted to make it separate from my channel. So
you enter Outdoors in Maryland podcast in YouTube, and that's how you find it, right?
I'm pretty sure you should be able to find it that way. Like I said, it might be hard because it hasn't been. You might find my regular channel.
Yeah, the new ones are take a while to come up. But speaking of the older one, let's talk about Outdoors in Maryland and the history of that. What got you started in that, and what kind of stuff you do over there?
Well, I wanted to just do fishing. I was doing fishing content basically, but it was me and a wife. We love crabbing. That's obviously most of it. I've had opportunities. My next door neighbor, she's a commercial crabber. She goes out and busts her butt, and most of my stuff is about blue crabs, I guess you would say, because it's with the wife. When we're out, that's all she wants to do. It's like she says, like Christmas Day every time she pulls a crab up. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what our content's been. And I've been doing it for about 6 years, and I expected maybe it'd be a little bit further than what I was, but we're still grinding it out. We just did you're all from Maryland. We just did a thing. We went around to an opening right down the road just the other day. It's called Clayton Farms, where all the fruit stands and stuff just opened up. Real nice one, really great, especially in the holidays. If you're coming down 404 towards the beaches, right before you hit Denton, it's called Clayton Farms. It's on Christmas. The whole thing is filled with Christmas trees that everyone is separately decorated. It's really nice. So we went around to everybody that was there, and we asked them what did they want on their crabs, Old Bay or J.O. So it was kind of a debate, so we made a video asking people that pretty much, showed you the farm and showed you everything. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more fishing. I've done some cat fishing on there, snakehead fishing, catching cooks, all that stuff, but it's just outdoor stuff. But I don't know how many more times. I guess the fishing part of it for me is that everybody I don't know how many more videos somebody wants to watch about somebody catching a bass.
I don't know, man. I watch about 50 of those a day. Yeah, 100%. You know what? I don't want to interrupt you, but
no,
I don't ever get tired. I will sit at my desk and I will sit there and flip through videos of guys catching bass, right? And I learned.
It should be hard at work.
Yeah, I always learn something, right? It may be some. Look, I own every bait and lure imaginable. There is nothing that I don't own, right? And I have the ability to have it because we own the store, right? So I try them all, I fish them all, but still there's always a guy out there that rigs it different. Yeah. And look, I still believe fishing is 90% luck. You got to be there when the fish are, right?
Well, not no more because they got the forward facing
sonar, yeah.
Right.
Well, I mostly fish from docks to the shore, so it doesn't really matter for me, but when I'm out on the boat, it's all
you're
sonar.
always more than welcome. If you don't have a boat and you want to go bass fishing, I don't know where you actually live at, but I live right down here in Denton on Eastern Shore. and you're more than happy to take you out bass fishing. We can go hit a pond. We can go hit the river. You're more than happy
Nice.
to come out. Just all you gotta do is just give me a text and say you're available. Just gotta make sure the tide's right on the tide. And
Yeah.
And then you
And,
got to ask the boss for the day off.
Right, because it's not going to be on a Saturday. I've asked Sam to go fishing with me so many times on a Saturday where I just gave up because he's always working.
yeah,
It's all a work thing. It's a networking thing, you know.
It is.
you know, I do got to say that we did do one thing, and I wanted to do this more often. So I did a video when we had the Pasadena Fishing Expo.
Oh, we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, we were there.
We were there,
picked
but I
up-
wasn't
That's
there.
where we picked up tailored lures.
Yeah, we
from.
picked up Warren
Ah.
and his lures and have been selling so well for us. So
Oh wow, that's
Actually,
awesome.
I seen
Or something.
Yeah, I seen Colin there. Colin and a couple guys they were freezing. I know they were cold. I actually gave them some
yeah,
hot
it was
cold.
miserable. Yeah.
They usually have those heated tents. Were you guys not lucky enough to be in one of the
No,
heated tents?
you got to bring your own heater. Trust me.
Yeah, they were heated across the way where the wedding part happens, but the main tent, man, it didn't feel that way. Now I could be wrong, but
It was wet.
wet. Yeah, it was really wet.
Yeah.
We went there and we gave so Damian Cook with Lowland Outfitters. I asked him would he be interested in giving away a guided snakehead trip. So we went. Me and the wife went there and we went around and we looked for kids. We gave some money away. I gave like 20. You know, I took like $50 and I gave it away to a couple kids. Asked them some simple questions. Hey, what's the best bait to use for catfish? Young girl was like 8 years old and she said worm. So we gave her like $25. So she was happy. Did it to another kid.
I remember seeing that.
Gave, but we gave away a kayak and fishing trip. We had 2 kids, and I asked them some questions, and whoever I thought, the one kid got $50, and High Octane Eddie gave him a nice lure package. So we had the lure package for him, and then we gave him a kayak trip. And that dude, I hear that kid is so excited to go out with Damien.
Nice.
Well, I want to Diane and Tracy, Sam is like a dyed-in-the-wool bass fisherman, and I know you guys really focus on the freshwater scene.
We do both. We do both. I'm the one who'll go out. She'll go with me, and we'll just go freshwater. But we mostly together will go out saltwater or brackish, depending, where we're going. But for the most part, we do both. We don't have a preference.
I was more referring to like the fishing section at the hardware store.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, that's more fresh.
Yeah, it's more freshwater. Definitely
So-
some saltwater lures in there, but mostly fresh.
Sam, what
Yeah.
is your go-to? I'm going to try to do some research, some market research for you guys with a dyed-in-the-wool bass fisherman. Sam, what is your go-to
Crankbait, chartreuse perch.
chartreuse perch?
KVD 1.5. I love that is one of my favorite, and I love throwing it right in the middle of wood. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's Strike King. KV, yeah.
It's right now it's probably good on the chick. A good red color is good on the chick Comico right now. Tidal water. It took me a long time. It's tidal water, but yeah, that's my favorite bait. I thought that was maybe your question you were asking. What my favorite bass bait would be.
It was. You were just.
Crankbait.
That's good to know. Well, chartreuse, man, that's always a big seller. Watermelon. I mean, it just goes on and on. It just it's funny, all the baits that we carried, it's funny how everybody looks the same. They're all, you can kind of tell that everyone's idea has to stem from somewhere. And I told you last week I'll fish a wacky rig. I like this fishing with the worm.
Yep. I lost a lot of money because of that.
What's that?
I lost a lot of money not throwing a goddamn wacky rig.
Yeah. I like BFS. I like the light stuff. But it's the kids come in. Had a young man come in the other day. It's the funniest thing. It's along those same lines. I said, "What are you fishing for?" He said, "Oh, I'm looking for bass. You know, I'm looking for bass." And I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to Cattail Creek." And I said, "Okay." A lot of lily pads and stuff up there, and he had his phone, and I was just looking over his shoulder. I didn't mean to, but he had like his little budget of what he could spend, right? And he was like asking, you know, "Hey, is this the right price? You know, how much is this?" And then we just got in that new fuzzy bait from Yamamoto. So I said, "Have you tried this one? This one's pretty hot, along with the uni." And he said, "Oh no, let me try this." And it's just so funny how they like the new hot thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's nice to see young kids come in and start to develop that kind of thirst for it. So
It's interesting, Sam, that you brought up the crankbait. Is that a square bill crankbait
Yeah.
that you love? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because yeah,
I grew up fishing largemouth bass on a lake in Georgia, extremely clear water lake. And the only thing that would catch bass on that lake was Carolina rigged plastic worms, right?
Yeah.
And if you threw a crankbait, they would watch that thing swim right by
all
their
day.
mouth and never touch it. So like you get that embedded in your mind from fishing in a lake for 10 years. And still to this day, you say throw a square bill crankbait for largemouth bass. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it.
that's why I lost it, because I got to the point that I used to throw. I was either throwing a rattle trap, and when I started out, I had two rods. I had a Zepco 33, and that would either have
Everybody starts with a Zepco.
I would have a frog. I would have a frog, and if I didn't have the frog, I had a Texas rig lizard. That's what I threw in there. And the other one was basically the one was a Texas rig lizard, and then I would switch between the rattle trap and the frog on two. And I had the cheapest stuff. But I'm stubborn because I love throwing a crankbait so much that I would be so stubborn to stick with it all day that the guy that won would tell me, "Oh yeah, you caught him on wacky rig." And it hurts to fish it, but you catch more fish with it, throwing a worm, wacky rig, anything like that. My buddy whips my ass every time. All he sticks on there is an 8-pound test, wacky rig. That's all he throw that all day long, and that's topwater's really going on.
Now I'll throw a crankbait on saltwater or brackish water on the bay all day long, and it's a confidence bait on the bay. And freshwater, it's just no. I'm throwing soft plastic.
That's go-to. It's just easy. It's easy to rig. It's quick, and
Catches fish.
It's always my go-to. You can rig up just about anything, obviously, but sometimes, to be honest with you, when I'm out there and I got to tie, a 4-pound fluorocarbon lead for like really super light stuff, man, I can't see it. And I mean, that's showing my age. And I'm like, what? I can't even get these to go together.
Yeah.
So I got to be at home.
Need your prescription fishing glasses.
Yeah.
There were a few things that made me realize I needed glasses around like 43. I feel like I got three years on the house, because most people say like right at 40 you need glasses. But two things. One was I was convinced that the entire internet had conspired to make text smaller so I couldn't read it. And then the other one was like threading hooks. I was like, why can't I do this all of a sudden? Magically, it was that I needed glasses. But yeah, the other reason why I don't like throwing crankbaits in freshwater, and you guys tell me your experience, but freshwater just has more snags.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
That's where I excel.
Yes.
Is catching weeds.
Catching
We're
grass.
really good at catching
Stick
weeds.
fish.
Even set her up with a weed list, and she's
That's because you're a plant person. You can't stay away from them.
Right.
That's the whole fun of it. I love it, man.
You love getting snagged?
Well, if you're, what David Confair always says, if you're not snagging, you're not bragging.
That's it.
Yeah. I always like to, myself, when I only started fishing about maybe like 6 years ago now. And I was just like the soft plastics, weedless, just because it's weedless. Zoom fluke. I mean, the action off of that, just changing colors, based on, light, color, temperature, watercolor, etc. But I had so much luck in the beginning with these Guggen Kraken Craw,
Yeah.
like orange, like you mentioned, red color, right? Man, I had one of my best days of fishing was out of Mardella Springs, which actually where I met Tommy from Amped Up Outdoors, that store, if you heard that story. And I caught crappie, bass, and snakehead on this, not only in the same day, but and not only in the same kind of lure, but the same lure. It was like the thing lasted the whole day. And those Guggen baits they're not like, Z-Mans, they
Right.
fall apart.
They fall apart. Yeah.
And the snakehead, like, literally wasn't even targeting it. I was just bass fishing. And I'm like, oh, I got my first snakehead.
And that's still there, right? That's still in your head as like a confidence bait now because
absolutely. I always have it on my boat no matter what.
Sixth Sense has got that bodega crawl out that's really, really fishes really, really well. Rigs easy. I like the color schemes. It moves real well. But yeah, I mean, it's just another soft plastic. It's just easier. It's easier to rig. I can have 2 or 3 rods with me, and each one rigs. Always rigs something different. But yeah, I enjoy this.
When Zoom came out with that brush hog, that kind of changed a lot of things. Giving that little bit of a creature bait. It pretty much imitated a lizard, but then he got into the jig and pig. We always called it the jig and pig because you actually had real.
That's old school, bro. I remember that. Yeah.
You actually put a little piece of pork rind on there.
Little pork rind on there.
Yeah, pork rind. Yeah.
What's funny is that we actually had Tommy. Tommy now is called Pops. We don't call him Tommy no more. He's called Pops because we had his son-in-law on. So me and Austin had him in. He's a country singer, a local country singer out of Pasadena.
So crazy story. I got to stop you right there. He actually used to be one of the worship leaders in my organization.
Who Biggs?
His son-in-law. And all of a sudden I'm like, I see him out there. He's a country singer, so.
Yeah, sings good. He came in.
Miggs.
Yeah, we started the podcast, and it was freezing. Everything, it was crazy. The audio wasn't matching. I had to niche the whole thing. We had such a great conversation. He's in the Air Force. He sings. He's from Texas, and he marries Pop's daughter. That's his manager, Pops. Now we don't call him Tommy. We call him Pops. And but it was great too. He brought his guitar and did a whole thing. And
oh, cool! I'll have to go look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, don't look at it because I didn't put it up because the audio and video was just horrible.
Oh no!
We're going back again. He's either going to come down here with me or we're going to go back down to Drug City. Drug City it's right in Dundalk, right by the Golden Boobs. But if you go upstairs, they got a speakeasy up there.
Sounds like I gotta go to Dundalk.
Yeah,
Golden Boobs.
Yeah, man. It was so nice. Tommy's at the bottom. He's texting me. He called me. He goes, "Where in the F am I?" He's walking in the middle. The drugstore literally looks like a small Walgreens when you walk in. So it got beer on one side, and then you basically got like a Walgreens on the left. And he's like, "Dude, where are you at? What is this place?" He didn't understand. They walked upstairs, and it's like it's beautiful upstairs.
Wow.
Who knew Sam Tudor was going to be NC-17 content tonight?
Yeah. I'm trying not to curse, man. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great.
I'm trying.
Sam, don't feel bad, man. Sometimes I can drop them too.
Short Sharp says he's not a big freshwater guy. I fished for bass growing up, but my favorite bass lure was a Hank Parker white spinnerbait. I did really well with spinnerbaits in the spring, but going back to what I was saying, another reason why soft plastics were big for me is because when you're a kid, you don't have a whole lot of money. And I can remember buying a rattle trap or a spinnerbait or a crankbait and like being so excited to use it, throw it one time, gets stuck on a log and you lose it.
Yeah.
And like $6 for me at the time was a lot of money.
And nowadays, like those Z-Man hammer chatterbaits they're like $20 retail. I mean, some of those, they're getting way up there.
Yeah.
Kids today can't I'm sorry, it's from fishing to go into a concert. I mean, you got to pay $250 to go to a concert. The kids they just can't enjoy it like we did. We used to take the bus from Dundalk down to the Civic Center, and you can spend almost $20 and you can go see a concert, get a t-shirt, you know what I mean? Take the bus
Yeah.
down. And now, I mean, you got to save up. You got to take out a small loan to go to a concert anymore.
True.
Things
I
just
can
aren't the
remember
same
going-
as they were in the
I'm
20s,
going
huh,
on.
Sam?
I can remember going to the Capitol Center and seeing
Yep.
Journey. You know, it just then they would come out. The radio stations would be in the parking lot after the concert, giving away T-shirts, and many times like we got free Journey T-shirts because we were hanging out after the show. But man, you could go for $50 and get like floor seats at the Capitol Center.
Yep.
And not anymore.
That's crazy you
So-
said that, because I drove down from New Jersey, where I'm from, and to see Journey at the Capitol Center, man, decades ago. I don't even know.
Decades.
Could have been
Yeah.
the same concert. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But like I was probably in my 20s.
I see Nazi at the Capitol Center.
So that was only like 10 years ago, right, Scott?
Yeah.
20s?
Yeah.
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 We saw Journey last year, and obviously the lead singers,
Yeah.
Different.
Arnell Panada, we're sitting next to this young couple, and we're on the floor, and the young lady is,
We paid more than $50.
yes, she's talking. She's
Yeah.
talking to her boyfriend and how excited they were to see Journey. And I said, "Oh, have you seen Journey before?" And she says, "No, this is the first time." I mean, they're like their 20s, and I'm like, she's like, "Have you seen Journey?" I said, "Dear, I saw Journey with Steve Perry." She's like, "You're kidding
In
me."
the 80s.
Yeah, I said, and I saw them about 20 times. So, yeah, it's that really made me feel old. It really
Well,
made me feel
yeah.
old.
You guys have faith that the ticket prices will go back down to like
No.
$50?
No.
No.
Well, you know what? I
Correct.
do. You know why? Because because I don't stop believing. Oh,
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, Kid Rock did it for a little while, but he must have stopped it quick
Don't quit your
because
day job.
he did it where everybody just paid $20 to get in. He said he would kind of make the same amount of money because then you have more people come. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So instead of paying all the money, you had more people come. If you only had to pay $20 for a ticket, you know, it's almost, I wouldn't say even trade, but it's, you know, it's kind of even trade. But I don't know, people got money, get the front row seats, you know, paying $1,000 to get up there. And
how
It's a lot
much is
of
it to
money.
get in the door at a Journey concert at the Verizon Center now? $100.
Oh, I mean, we went up. Well, just give you we went up to Jersey three seasons ago, and we saw Journey, and I think it was probably $250 a ticket.
Now,
Now-
was that a good ticket or just to get in?
That was floor seat, and we saw them at the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
We saw them at the Hard Rock, and we stayed in a godforsaken, the worst motel. My wife's like, "Oh, I don't even want to lay on the bed. This is disgusting."
yeah, you know who you got to go see if you want to talk about a concert that I think would be worth it to see at least once. I took my grandson and my daughter and me and my wife. We went out there was it last year? No, it was the year before. It was 2 years ago. We went and seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra
Oh, yeah.
down at the
That's on my
Capitol.
bucket list. I want to see that.
You got to see it. It's if you don't know, it's an old metal group called Sabotage. They're an 80s metal band, and they started it, and it's become some of the greatest metal guitar players play. It's singers. I'll put up any metal singer to any pop artist anywhere. That's because that's how good they are.
They always play at Christmas time,
Yeah,
right?
they have the
Yeah, Christmas. They'll come around. They tour around during Christmas. It's a Christmas show.
Christmas in Sarajevo.
Yeah.
It's a complete Christmas show. They have they have a gentleman comes out and they're telling a story through the whole thing. So he narrates through a story, and as he goes through the story, they'll play a song, and you know they have different singers. Almost every song has a different singer, and it's just the one guy came out right in the middle of us. in a big giant ball with a violin and playing the metal violin, and it was a really good show. It's good for any ages. It's good from, whether you're 10 years old, my grandson was 10, actually 11 to 80. That's all different ages was there. It was really, really a nice show.
Ryan says, Sam, I have the same Carvel Hall Bowie knife on my wall.
Yeah, my wife got that. She won't let me keep it. My wife has hers. She took mine. Picking crabs.
Not to cut this awesome throwback conversation short, but we are at our allotted hour, and I know that Scott, you like to do a drawing at the end of a show for people registered for the tournament. And guys, we haven't talked about it a lot today. We've had a really fantastic conversation. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, but this whole thing is to promote and give an update on the Autism Awareness Invasives Tournament. To sign up for that tournament, and there's still, Scott, plenty of time we extended it 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, even more time, because we got so many prizes and not so many anglers. So it's a low registration, which means you can get in, you're going to win hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've got literally thousands of dollars of prizes,
over $5,000 in prizes
that are donated from the vast number of sponsors we have. So yeah, great time to get in. You still have like 3 weeks almost 3 weeks to catch fish. So weather's supposed to be beautiful. Usually as the weather gets warmer, the wind dies down. I know that's been a pain in the tuchus this last few weeks, just trying to get out there. Every time I'm working, so a lot of the jobs that I have are right along the water. Every time I'm working, I look out, that water's glass.
Yep.
Then I have a day off. Show.
It's a cruel joke, man. It's just
white caps everywhere. It's horrible.
And that's where you fish when you can, and you just learn how to deal with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All you can do.
So we have
it's too bad.
Prize tonight, correct?
Yeah, well, let me just, I'm sorry for cutting you off there, but just really quick, because I know we got to wrap. But we were still low on registry. I think we only have like 8 anglers in the deal right now. We'd like to bust 12 if we could. So we'll keep an eye on tonight to see if anybody else jumps in tonight, and we'll add them to the box and win a amazing. What are we calling it again? What are we calling it?
I'll just put, if it's me, I'll just put together a grab bag.
That's it.
Of goodies. Bag. It'll be some Strike King. It'll be some 6 cents. It'll maybe be a reel thrown in there, a bait caster. Nice. I'll make it worth somebody's while.
All right, that's awesome. That is amazing. Thank you so much. And so we're really trying to get the word out and get more anglers in. So that's why I extended it to the 15th of May, which is the day before our event. So that's really good. So there's, almost three more weeks of fishing to do. And so we just want to get more anglers in, and also give the folks that are in the tournament a chance to get out there, because like I've had 1 day to go out. I'm in the tournament, and I was there to fish in the afternoon, and found out that I had to leave before, like right when the bite was happening. I had to go to take care of someone else that was with me that day that didn't tell me that they had to go. I'm like, yeah, we're going for the afternoon bite. I literally see a snakehead jump over my lure, and he goes, "Oh man, I gotta go." I'm like,
What are you saying?
You fish right there. I'm going to fish right here. If we don't catch that snakehead, then we're going to go. We did, and we didn't catch the snakehead, but and he was late anyways. So I'm like, you're going to be late anyways, dude. Just going to be a little bit more late. Well, but all that said, it's been tough to get out. Time-wise, conditions have been tough. Even, the last couple of days with this cold weather, man, it's hot. It's cold. You really with snakehead, you need a good few days of, warm weather together. And blue cats, I guess you can catch those anytime, anywhere, right, Sam?
Yep.
Right?
Right on the river, man. The river right down the road, man. I caught my 41 pounder.
Jesus.
So,
That's a hard.
guys, I'm going to throw this out there as well.
That's
Even
hard.
if you're not sure if you will have time to get out in the water, you register for the tournament, $60, right, Scott?
Yep.
You register for the tournament, $60. You're contributing to a fantastic organization, right?
Yep.
Even with that, we have this week drawing. Well, you won't be in for this week unless you register like right now. You have next week. Since the tournament's going, we've got like 3 more podcasts, right, Scott?
Yeah.
So like if you register and you don't even go fishing, you've got 3 more podcasts to be in a drawing and win a prize without even touching a fishing rod. It's a win-win.
Still on here because we had a pretty big prize, a pretty big value last week. Our giveaway, and he came by and saw you, right? Did Colin come by and see you?
He did. Yep. He came by midweek and picked it up.
Awesome.
We talked for a couple minutes and got to meet him. It was nice.
Good. I thought you guys would get along, so that's good.
You need to put crab gear in your shop.
We do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Got the JO seasoning for crabs.
100% got JO. You know it, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's something we're going to talk about a little bit. We'll have to do another show, Sam, and really,
crabbing.
We'll talk catch and cook. I mean, we'll talk about catch. You've done lots of catch and cooks. In fact, we actually did we met you and had a great time. What was the restaurant that we met at?
The Narrows.
The Narrows. Yes. And did a little crab soup.
Cream of crab soup taste. That was a thing me and the wife were going around doing, going around the different restaurants and kind of reviewing their cream of crab and vegetable crab. And that was kind of stuff we were doing. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. We went down to Old Salty's all the way down on Hooper's Island. It took an hour and 15 for us to get there, but the crab cake was huge. It was no filler. It was, my wife absolutely.
Don't complain about how long. I love Hooper's, but if the water's rough and I got to drive, that's a 3-hour drive for me at least.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about, you mean drive on a boat?
No. If the water's rough and I got to drive around.
Oh yeah.
If I got to cross the bridge and down there, but Hooper's is.
I've never been, so now I guess I have to.
That's a gem. There's not a whole lot going on there, but it's beautiful, and the restaurant that Sam's talking about is fantastic.
Well, you got you go right through Blackwater, and you go right through you go right by Harry Tubman's Underground Railroad right there. You go right by it, so you always can stop there and go and see that stuff and go and have a nice lunch while you're there. I mean, they just had like a 40-ounce steak they had there too. So we got the steak. I forgot how big the steak was, but we actually had a good steak there too. So I mean, the food the sides were just about what you expect. It was really good sides, but the steak was good, perfect. Crab cake was awesome. She loved it. Cream of crab gave it like a 9 or something because I thought the cream of crab was awesome.
And you guys introduced me to the mix of the cream
half and half.
And the what are the 2 different kinds? You got the cream and then you got
half and half.
It's like
half
tomato.
and half, yeah.
Tomato base is the other one, right?
right.
Yeah.
Just another plug for Hooper's Island. If you're a kayaker and you go over there, there's that whole Honga River that's a fantastic area for kayak angling. It's usually heavily protected. There's a great little launch there. Great fishing. There's some years there's a red drum, a lot of red drum in there. There's almost always striper there. It's a great spot. Actually, May is the best time of year for speckled trout fishing. Usually that area is fantastic. So we could talk fishing. We could talk fishing all night.
We could talk fishing all night, but we got to do a drawing here.
We do have to do a drawing.
But yeah, thanks again to Park Hardware. We just, we really appreciate our friendship and our partnership, and we know this is, just going to be, like I said earlier in the podcast, it's just about developing relationships long term and building community. Really, I mean, you guys. I really love your heart. I love what you're doing. Like I shared my story about my dad when he retired. He retired into a community hardware store where, everybody like, hey, I see your dad at the hardware store, man. It's great. But that was that same, got everything for everybody, the neighborhood store. you know people on their first name basis. You know, it's a special thing. And what you guys are doing by adding fishing in there, like I saw it coming up. I'm like, I got to check these guys out because I saw all the fishing stuff happening. And then I saw tailored lures. I'm like, okay, I checked in with my boy Warren. I'm like, okay, by the way, I do have a couple other manufacturers that want to talk to you. At least one I know is would like to chat with you. So I'll do that off camera. Yeah.
Awesome.
Send them our way. And the one last thing before you do the drawing, we've got a huge investment going into a new website, state of the art. I mean, it's going to be nothing that you would normally see from a hardware store, but we have really been kicking this around, Scott. I think, and I talked to our marketing person, and I really think that we want to get behind you guys, probably for sure put you on a website as somebody that we endorse. You know, when the website's done in a couple of months,
Awesome.
you know, we'll take your logo, and certainly getting to meet somebody like Sam and whoever else. I think, you know, we really want to push our relationship with you guys, maybe Sam's podcast, his YouTube channel, things like that. You know, I think we're going to put some preferences on that website so people can maybe give to the organization, right? We get hit up,
Austin stuff. Yeah. Anything like that.
We get hit up a lot for a lot of donations, but we really want to get behind
something that's meaningful.
Yes. Ones that something that means something to us. So, you know, we'll take any suggestions you got. Anybody want to meet up with us and come to the store or hook up and have lunch? We'll take ideas. Certainly go fishing maybe. And certainly start to put pen to paper, and maybe we help everybody. That's what we're trying to do. So
I love that. And I love the collaboration aspect of it. Just like I talked with Austin. I mean, immediately I'm like, hey, you know, you're doing trash cleanups and we're doing trash cleanups. I mean, he's doing them like every morning. You know, we do them like quarterly. So it's a different kind of deal, you know.
You like to let the trash build up and then pick it all up. Yeah.
Well, it's for us. It's because we're when you're fishing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in 7 counties. And, you know, we're cleaning up trash as we go. We're teaching about the watershed as we go.
And you have
all the things. But like to actually have a scheduled trash cleanup around all that stuff, we still have them. We still have them in the midst of all those other things, you know. So, but again, it's just there's trash cleanups and there's stuff that we can collaborate on. I love the idea of maybe Sam coming out to your store and doing a live from your store.
Yeah, I was just asking where you guys located at.
We're in Severna Park, Maryland. You know, Severna Park.
Yeah,
right down from Arnold, and in between that and
where bowling alley is, down by the bowling alley, anywhere near there.
Which bowling alley?
The one
Park. Yeah, we're right down from there, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll come. Actually, Austin is close enough for Austin. Maybe me and him can come in there and we'll do the live podcast right from the store.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
There we go.
100%. Yeah,
Collaboration. I love it.
We're have to be there too. So let's make that work.
What's that?
Yeah, we've got a huge signboard, and I'll get hold of the kids from the team from Severna Park High School fishing that we support, and all their new jerseys we got them are coming in. So maybe we can ask them if they would join up the tournament, you know, and fish for the next couple of weeks for the tournament. So I'll reach out to Dan tomorrow. Scott,
I think that we could do something for the students too. You know, like I wouldn't charge them $60. I mean, we can't let them do it for free because they can win prizes that other people could win that paid for it. Right. But you know, we don't have a student rate, and we don't, you know what I mean. So we'll figure something out. Maybe we give them, and I don't think the other anglers would complain if we gave them like a $10 off coupon or something like that.
All I can do is present it to them, and they all seem to be good kids. I haven't met them all yet. They placed second and third in their first tournament last weekend. So
nice.
But there seem to be super nice kids.
And you know my heart for that, man. Like we are with our youth mentorship program and our after school program, like that's our big thing. Like I need to connect with, in fact, I know you did a text connection with Tom.
Dan.
But him and I never did anything after that, just because it's been an insane week. But I need to follow back up with him. Just, you know, I want to find all the fishing clubs in the area, all the teams, the clubs, because I think that's going to help us to build out a good base of volunteers, mentors, and it can help them too. I can tell you, all the kids in that fishing club, some may be part of the Best Buddies program where they help, disabled kids at the school. Probably not. Society has kept us from this population our whole lives for the most part. And society's keeping those kids from this population for the most part, unless they engage with a certain activity or they have a cousin that has a disability or or a sibling maybe. Other than that, they don't really engage. And that's one thing that we really, I feel that one of the biggest things that we provide in terms of access, even more so than the access that we provide this beautiful population to the outdoors and fishing, is the access that we provide to this population, to the people that haven't had access their whole lives. It's just, I get mad about it. But it drives me and it fuels me to keep doing this thing, even when we don't think we're going to make it and the funding is low. And are we going to be able to make payroll this month? And blah, 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 but when you step back and you look at it and you're like, wow, there's really some incredible things that are happening here that we didn't even know from the beginning. We had no idea of the things that we would be doing, including Michael Hoffman, who just moved into his apartment yesterday. Again, that it's just another part of our story. Just like all you guys, and that's what's the beautiful thing about what we have available here is people can just come right in, be part of our story, and just come along with us, right? Just come along for the ride. And there's also some great things that you guys can come out and do with us. The team, I'd love to have the fishing team guys to come out and do a volunteer event with us when we're working with adults. Like today, I had 14 adults with disabilities and 6 of their staff. And I can tell you, the staff caught more fish and probably had more fun, and they deserve it because of the work that they're doing. You know what I mean? But to give any kind of a group, a corporation, you guys bring your staff out, your people out for one of our. It's during a weekday. So we'd have to figure that out, or just the 2 of you come out and volunteer some morning. It's 2 hours in the morning, and we're, like I said, pretty much every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can find us fishing somewhere, and you can join up with us and come out. Because really, until you do that, what I keep telling people, until you come out and experience that, you kind of know it. Lucky.
Sorry.
He agrees. See, yeah, I'm getting agreement. See, we got another
guest
from the dog. But no, really, that's how really we feel that people come out, they get bit, they get hooked by the excitement, by the experience. And so that's what we really want to get you guys out. We really would love to get you guys out.
We'd love to. Absolutely.
Yeah. So fun. So fun.
This would normally be a shameless plug before we do the drawing, but because it's such a good cause, it's not. And I'll say we had probably tops 8 or 9 viewers tonight, and this is a great cause. It's fantastic content. We had people from all walks, involved in our Maryland outdoors. If you know someone who cares about the cause or is interested in fishing, share this with them. It's a great mission, and just watching is a free entry point into getting involved with Lucky and Blessed Fishing. So take 2 seconds, share this podcast with a friend that you think might be interested. And like Scott said, we'll get them hooked. But I think that's a great segue to our, let's give away a prize.
Yeah, absolutely. And really what happens if you look at the numbers, and it's not really what happens tonight. And we like that. We would like to have better numbers on these events that we have tonight. But if you look at it tomorrow or like 2-3 days from now, you'll see hundreds of views.
Yeah.
So yeah, because you'll see, when you look tonight, maybe 20 views by the time it gets cycled out there, but you'll see hundreds of views because of all the traffic, and it's on Grant's channel, it's on our channel. So yeah, that's really
you're live. Well, see, so what I did was I'm actually live on my Facebook and my YouTube channel too.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I did that earlier.
Yeah, we put the
we're
last
getting,
one on
we're getting
our
views
social
we don't even
media
know we're
too.
getting. Nice.
Yeah, we put the last one on our social media too. So
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Well, guys,
Let's do a drum roll.
we have everybody in here. We have a beautiful package of wonderful stuff coming from our wonderful sponsors at Park Hardware. And I'm just going to mix
I'm getting
these
tired.
around.
I'm getting tired.
And we have Gabe.
Gabe.
And Gabe is actually our tournament director's boss, I believe, or manager. Gabe works for Angler Sports Center.
There you go.
And Gabe wins a package of Stripe King and other items from Park Hardware. Did you say valued at
About $150 will make it.
$150?
There you go.
Should I left out the part that he works for Anglers?
Yes. I'm just going to go there and shoplift it and then give it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabe probably gets a discount from Anglers, but he doesn't get a 100% discount, which is what.
Hey, you know what? I
he
tell you
just
what,
got.
but Gabe is one of the. He's in first place for catfish right now.
See, Gabe is winning big time.
Gabe is in first place for catfish. Our oh my goodness, Jason. I am brain dead here, people. This is what happened when you get old. Yeah,
Good
Jason,
luck.
I was right. Jason Wyville, who won our tournament last year, he's got like 100.
Nice young man. I've met him before. Yeah.
Oh, he's great guy. He called me up. He's like, Scott, how can I help you with your mission? He has a brother who's severely autistic. Like again, this the families just find us, and it's amazing. And he's like, Scott, I have a personal thing here. I got a personal thing, right? And he said, what can he said? He said, can we do? I have an idea to do a one-day tournament next year, and I think you'll raise more money because I see you don't have a lot of anglers. And then I said, next couple of days I'm going to raise over $10,000 with 8 anglers. Which do you think is better, having a 1 month tournament or a 1 day tournament? He goes, oh, okay, you're right.
Hey, but you know what? If he's got that passion and interest,
But he does. So guess what? I said, hey, you know what? I love your passion. I want you to be on my outreach team.
there it is.
Which I'm putting together, a student outreach team. Imagine this call, because you get the calls all the time, right, Tracy? Right? Like, oh yeah, we're a nonprofit. We need to raise money for this and give us that or whatever. If you had a student, like an intern, call you, a student intern, right, from Lucky and Blessed Fishing, the student intern is going to soften your heart right away. She's like, oh, it's a student. Wow, that's nice. Right. But then you find out, oh, it's Lucky and Blessed. Wow, you guys are doing what? So that's my ploy. That's to build this army of young, professionals that are going to go out and build Lucky and Blessed Fishing. You're just smiling and dialing and TikToking and all the things.
TikToking.
Yeah.
TikToking, man.
I do that on purpose because it makes me sound old.
TikToking.
So Gabe, congratulations. We could talk here all night because, I could talk here all night, but you guys would probably fall asleep in the middle of it all. But hey, let's continue the conversation.
Man, I'm good.
Let's continue the conversation about meeting over at the store.
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, we could even do one of our Tuesday nights there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that,
Yes.
and then some of our viewers can come say hello. And then
that would be fun. That would be cool.
Yeah, we can bring some people in, and
We could have some special guests roll right in.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pull out one
This
of
thing's
those.
just
whole
growing
land.
as we
I'm
speak.
gonna be. I don't want to feel like an a-hole. But what I don't know the name of the. I don't know the name of the store that I haven't heard it yet.
Park Hardware and
Park
Savannah
Hardware?
Park.
I just
Mark
said it
Harden.
5 times in the last 2 minutes.
Did you?
Guys,
Pay
he's from
attention.
Dundalk. Give him a little
I know.
space.
That's because Sam kept
Hardware.
reaching for that Corona.
I know. I'm gonna go to the liquor store because I've just been jonesing, just watching. I'm like, hope they have limes
I
there.
got the little ones. I haven't. I've only drank about 2 weeks ago, so I don't know. I get on the live, and all of a sudden I grab a beer.
No, and I am actually known for that, having a glass of wine or a beer. It's
Wow.
usually because I need to wind my ass down this time of night. I'm just
You
like,
got that social
know.
lubrication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corona with a lime. I could have one of those too. That sounds pretty damn good.
All right.
It does. It does.
Meet you at
But
the bar.
it's nice meeting you guys. And like I said, maybe you guys are there. I would say 24/7.
Yeah, we're there. It's funny. We're not. We were going to take this call there tonight, but I had to return something to Bass Pro down in Arundel Mills. So we got dinner and then we hustled home, and hence the reason you heard the dog. But yeah, normally we're just at the store. I'm at the store 24/7. Diane's there. She's got a full-time job besides the store, so we're there. So yeah, reach out. Certainly, Scott, share my information with Sam, and share my information with the winner. Or unless you want me to give him a call like last week, just send me his Gabe. Send me his. I'll just call Anglers.
I was going to say just call Anglers.
Well, it's funny because I walked into Anglers and I gave all of them a hard time because I'm like, your guy Conrad who works for them is running our tournament. I said it's kind of embarrassing that none of you guys are in it. Like, hook your buddy up. Like, what's up? That night, 2 of them signed up.
Nice.
Well, I know,
Well,
Scott, I've seen you start this pretty much from the beginning, and man, you're really doing a hell of a job. I can tell you that.
You are, Scott.
we like the passion.
Pat yourself on the back.
That's why we're behind it. We think the passion is there, and we want to be part of something that's really good, and not just I don't want to belittle someone's back to school night, but that's what I get hit up with the most is give me this, give me that, and it's just it gets to be too routine. So we're behind this. We're here, and it'll grow as our business grows. We will grow what we can certainly give, and like I said, your fishing rods are already on order. They'll probably be here in the next week or two. We'll get them spooled up for you, and you'll be all set for all that.
That's amazing. That's going to go towards our camps, our first camps in Anne Arundel County. And I just got 2 signups for camps today. We're not even promoting it yet.
Oh, wow. Great.
Well, it's really the WBA LTV thing. We're getting, people coming out of the woodwork, which is cool. And we have WMAR, who I just confirmed. We didn't confirm a date yet, but I'm like, hey, guys, let's go. I don't want to lose you. Oh, yeah, we're just real busy, but we'll reach out. We'll definitely do something. So, that's just another thing that's going to help all of us, right? Just to get more exposure and just to grow this thing and just bring more people to be part of it. And I'm just lucky and blessed. I mean, I had a great idea. Yep. I bust my ass every day on this thing, but I tell you what, I keep saying it. There's so many people behind this thing. Kathy, our director of admin, Stephanie, our director of operations, our staff, our inclusive mentees that are just incredible. And the thing is, like, we never sat down and planned any of this out, guys. It all just happened organically. All of it, like literally all of it. And when something like that happens, you can't, you can't just, oh, you're lucky. Well, I guess you're lucky and blessed. That's how it happened. But I think what it really comes down to is when you find something that helps people, that you've had a passion for your whole life, and then you find that you're actually good at it, and then you find out that all the things that you've done in your life up to now have prepared you for this: the marketing, the social media, the sales, the fundraising. My daughter, I tell you what, she was always a top fundraiser at her sports team because she had me. So now I'm raising money for a different team, and it's a much bigger budget. But what's cool is that like you said, that the passion is coming across. People are catching on to it. They're getting hooked. They're getting hooked. And but again, I'm humbled. I'm humbled by what you guys said tonight, and just to be able to be in a position like this and have such amazing people around me to help us grow this thing. I'm just really excited. We're going to blow this thing up even more this year with our camps and our big event coming up next month. Just super fired up. And actually August or November, we're going to start in the next few months, start talking about our bash, our Reeling and Rockin' Rockfish Bash, which is our rockfish tournament, and our big event in November, rockfish tournament in October. So I might as well start talking about it now. So yeah, just so many great things happening. But we want to get you guys out fishing. That's a big thing. Definitely, you two look at our events page
For sure.
Pick a date. Come out. Close the store. No, don't close the store. But again, it's a couple hours in the morning, and we're typically somewhere pretty close by, right in Anne Arundel County. At least a few times a month that you can hop over. That would be super great. So
Nice.
And Sam, I think a lot of the Tuesday thing is going to be pending you, just because you're over the bridge. So look at the next 3 Tuesdays. Let us know what's best for you. And I think that's probably a good way to go with that.
What's that, to get together? To come up and go down the store?
Yeah, Tuesday is good for me. So
You
yeah.
just get so
Let
do
me
you,
know.
you want me to bring hey Grant, do you want me to are you going to bring the equipment to go live there, or do you want me to bring mine?
I got it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say no, but you got it, Grant?
Yeah, I've got all the stuff.
Okay.
I mean,
Sounds good.
I just got the Rode mics, you know, and we only need 2 of them, right? Are we gonna have more than 2 people on at the same time?
Bring some backup stuff just in case.
No
I mean,
confidence. No
I
confidence.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you sort of sound like, I got like the.
you know, Grant, you got
It's like a
sound like
super
confidence.
expensive set of mics.
yeah. So I got the Rodecaster Duo, which is cool. So what I learned, I don't know what you got as an audio. I got these little jacks that are made for like the regular mics, like our mics right here.
Yeah.
But you put that jack in there, and then the wireless mics, you can actually plug it right into there, and then you can
Yeah.
have 2 wireless mics too. That
Yeah.
was I did that the other day just to check it out. That was
Well, we'll bring all of our stuff and we'll make it work. But yeah, this has been good stuff. We've had collaboration, we've had fish talk, we've had environmental talk, we've talked about Lucky and Blessed, we've talked about Park Hardware. So it's been a good evening.
Outdoors in
Okay.
Maryland.
Outdoors in Maryland.
Outdoors in
Yeah,
Maryland.
one more time for the back.
Bay Life Brokerage.
Bay Life
Li-
Brokerage, yeah.
Yeah.
Life brokerage. Yep, they're doing
And
it. Guys, check
the,
out that socials.
The organization he works with is savebackriver.org. So
Yeah, you can always volunteer.
Check
You
that
go
out
and
as well.
go in there if you want to volunteer with them to go down and actually help them. You can just fill out an application. You can go down there and just volunteer for the day. That's what I did. I went down with them and for the day and helped picked up trash and all that stuff right there in Back River. He don't wear no gloves in Back River. I'm like, you're nuts, man. I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
you're nuts. But he goes, you know what? I said, well, it's just like eating dirt. Get the kids to eat some dirt so their immune system sticks up, right?
So we have a question in here, and this isn't you, Sam, right? That's
What's
not
that?
you. That's not. You're not
how
representing
bad have the
USA.
snakeheads been to the bay? That's probably
I
more
don't
of a me question.
The snakeheads
I don't
been-
think they've been as bad as I
They
don't
really
think-
haven't. They do move throughout the bay. There's an interesting thing that happens is when we get a lot of rain, you get fresh water on the surface on the top few inches of the water, and they'll actually move from a creek to another river. So they can move throughout the bay. Snakehead do not do particularly well in the saltier portions of the bay.
Yeah, but they have another port of transportation that's knuckleheads putting them in their car and coolers. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
that too. I mean,
And
but
they're
like
everywhere.
they're in the South River. They're in
everywhere,
all
too.
the rivers.
Yeah.
But main stem of the bay, they're still. I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to get heavily established in that area.
Well, I think the blue cats are really are the big issue right now. And we could probably sit here for an
Yeah.
hour and talk about blue cats, but yeah, that's a real issue right now with the blue cats. And I got to show you a video, but the blue cats are the big deal. Blue
Yeah.
cats are the big deal. I don't think the snakeheads are having the impact that the blue cats are having at all.
no. It's
Yeah, I
not
have an
their fault.
idea for our show, and then we're going to wrap because we'll just go on to the next thing,
Yeah.
Because you gave me an idea. What if we did a catch and cook at the show at their store?
Who's going to catch a snakehead? I can't catch snakehead.
Just a thought.
No, I
I
can
don't
tell
know.
you.
It's just an
Yeah,
idea.
I got some. I'll get something. We do
We'd
like
have to find- or we can put it out to our people and say, all right, you go out and catch something, and then you bring it to the store.
bring blue
We'll
cat.
give you props for catching the fish. I don't know. I'm
I have
just.
some mahi in the freezer.
Oh my God, we've got so much.
You
so
got
much
me that tile fish?
mahi.
You got
Oh
that
my
towel?
God.
You got that towel fish in there?
Scott,
Oh, yeah.
why don't you and I try to go? Wait. Let's see. If we did it, and man, this show's going to end at like.
Just give me a heads up.
This show's going to end at like 3:00 in the morning.
Just
If-
Having fun.
just
if
give me.
if you and I went on like, oh wait, the 16th, the tournament's ending. Oh man, I was going to say, Scott, if you and I went like a day or so before the event at Park Hardware, we could catch something and then cook it. But we'll talk about this offline, guys. Well,
Now we'll be that weekend before. When's your podcast? That Tuesday, May 16th.
I mean, we'll also have like a tournament wrap up the Tuesday afterwards. So we've got it ends, I believe, May 16th, right, Scott?
Right.
So we'll have the last podcast for this will be on the 19th.
We'll just be coming back from sea bass and flounder. Two-tog will be over. I think two-tog ends then. So for us, we can bring back probably a bunch of black sea bass and hopefully a couple big flounder.
Well, there we go. Perfect.
Okay. Because Sam is the
19th?
Sam likes to cook stuff up. So.
How about the 19th? Just
Yeah,
make
that would
it
be
the wrap-up show. Just do the whole, when you do the whole wrap-up show, just make it a big, and giving the prizes away and all that
That
stuff.
will also be right after, Scott, that we have the big Lucky and Blessed event, which I will be taking some participants out on my boat.
Yes.
And we're gonna catch some of those fish. So
Yeah.
all right, guys, we're getting real close to me just pulling the plug.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, listen,
it's just gonna end, and people are gonna be like, "What happened?"
Yeah. Well, good stuff. I think we got a couple people came on at the end. Uncle Sam came on. Thank you. Off the Hook Outdoors.
What's up, buddy? You're coming in a little bit late, but hey, that's cool. Glad you stopped by.
Okay. Now we're getting people to stop by.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, you stopped by late, so you missed the drawing, but that's okay. You can always go back and watch the whole thing because it's gonna be right there on.
It was a great
It'll be
show.
right
So
there on Facebook. Guys, stay tuned. If you're still on, if you're not in the tournament, you're an angler, get in it. We literally have over $5,000 in prizes, reels, rods, charter trips, books from famous angling authors in the area with just so many things. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I got to just show you this really quick. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Then after this, then we're going to go. Look at that watch, baby.
Beautiful watch.
Biggest stringer prize right there, guys. You got to get in it to win it. And but yeah, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Luckyandblessed.org. Come on out to some events with us and get hooked.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Signing out.
Thanks,
Take
guys.
care,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Appreciate you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.